y'all? How y'all liking Baddies so far? I mean, we are on Baddies Midwest, episode 5, and Summer is still the lead name that's ringing, okay? Summer is definitely doing her shit, and y'all is playing on my bitch's time, all right? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Renisha, and you're here with N.E.X.T. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the family, all right? So, y'all know how I do my recaps. I like to go chronologically, go from here to there, and make sure that I don't miss anything, okay? So, we want to take off from where we left off from last episode. Everybody, Natalie had all the girls gathered, the old girls, the new girls gathered in the living room to have a house meeting. And she basically announced that, you know, some of the girls would be, some of the OGs would be going to another house to stay, and some of the OGs would be staying behind, okay? The 3 OGs that were selected to stay behind was Tinka, Diamond, and Biggie, all right? So that's that. Also, she announces that the girls have a booking, okay, that night, which is amazing to me because it's just like them hoes literally have been fighting from sunup to sundown, and now they got to go to the club with each other on top. All right. And so, yeah, so she tells the girls, like, hey, I got a surprise for you guys. And she takes everybody outside, and there's the Baddies bus, okay? Now, we hadn't seen the girls with a Baddies bus since, I believe, the 3rd season, okay? I want to say Baddies East, but they probably didn't have one on that one either. It's been a long time, at least 3 seasons since they had a bus, okay? And this new bus, this tour bus is like definitely what it is. It looks like it's very nice from the bits and pieces that they showed. It looks spacious, it's big. They have a lot of beds in there. It just looks like a definite upgrade, okay? So everybody's excited for the tour bus. Everybody, you know, everybody's just excited, right? So, anywho, the scene switches to the girls, you know, how they do, like, they little, you know, the girls getting ready, putting their sexy on, and so the camera shows everybody getting dressed and things like that. Miss Summer, I have to admire her confidence, okay? Because if nobody else will see it in you, you have to be the one to see it, okay? I don't know where she thought that she was like, this bitch is going to be mad, this bitch is going to be pressed. Bitch, that dress was not what it was, okay? It looked fit nice on her, but it also gave, like, I don't know. Summer always looks so thrifty to me, okay? And then she had, like, this little purse that said Baddies on it. They sell purses like that at fucking City Trends and fucking dollar stores and shit like that. Like, girl, where the fuck you get that damn purse from? But I don't know. She had her blonde wig back on. You couldn't tell Summer shit. Summer said these hoes gonna be so mad when they see me. They gonna be pressed panini. Oh yeah, bitch. They were pressed in panini. But I don't think it's for the reasons that she think though. Okay? So anywho, the girls get on the bus. Everybody's getting ready to go to the club. And this is really the first time that the girls were all together in one space. I mean, like the OGs and the newbies all together in one space where they weren't fighting. Okay? So anyway, of course, Summer, things get stirred up with Summer. Summer has Summer in her mouth. So I want to say Jasmine started it because Jasmine made a slick comment towards Summer. But one thing about it, Summer mouth runs a mile a minute. Bitch, if you ain't got no good snapbacks or you get offended easily, yeah, Summer will definitely get under your skin because her mouth is just like, what? Okay? So, anywho, Summer and Jasmine go to arguing back and forth, and Summer hit that bitch with oh, bitch, you got on name brand. I got on custom made, and I still look better than you, bitch. You don't look better than me, bitch. That shit was funny as fuck. Like, Jasmine was rocking designer, though. And I don't know if I agree with Summer, but her confidence definitely took me there. Her one-liners is definitely crazy, okay? Bitch gotta come with it, because Summer is definitely not backing down from these hoes, okay? So anyway, the girls arrive to the club. The club is jam fucking packed, bitch. Like, that's one thing about the baddies. When people know that the baddies coming into town, they set the place off. It's always lit. Straight like that, okay? A lot of the girls do music, okay? And so they had performances, all right? So Natalie, her song was playing when they first came in. But I think they did a different version. I think a Dallas version or something. Jada and Alexis performed. Biggie and Tasiki did their little song. Diamond and Tinka did their song, and DTB killed it. Okay, so when when Tinka came up to perform the song or whatever, her and DTB, I guess the DJ had a different version of the song, and they didn't have DTB's verse in the song. So DTB did something that a lot of bitches wouldn't have thought to do in that moment. Okay, the bitch think quick on her feet. She grabbed the mic and did her shit a cappella, okay, and killed it. And that's another thing that I love about DTB. When it comes to promoting herself and putting herself out there and pushing her brand, her music, she definitely does that, okay? The bitch is not all shits and giggles. She definitely about her business, okay? So anyway, she gets up there, she kill it, get the crowd hype and everything. And then it was Rolly's turn. So Rolly started performing her song, and then it was some lady in the crowd booing Rolly and shit. And so Rolly threw a Red Bull at her. And the lady, she threw something back at Rolly. You had Summer throwing shit, the girls going off, the baddies going off and things like that. And you know what? Low key, like, I was proud of Summer, because I'm like, bitch, you know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, she don't really know the OGs like that and they ain't all cool and things like that, she immediately got with the program. Like, bitch, you fuck with one, you fuck with all of us, okay? And I appreciate that. I like that about Summer. She's definitely turned up. So anyway, they removed the lady from after, you know, they took her out or whatever, whoop de whoop. And then, you know what I'm saying, everybody went back to business with the partying. So anywho, I guess Natalie got so turned up, she didn't want the party to stop. The bitch was fucked up. So she telling the club owner, because he trying to get them to leave, she telling the club owner, I got $150,000. I was like, okay, big money, I like it, okay? That bitch flexing that big bread. Okay, Natalie, we see you over there eating good, bitch. You got $150,000 to throw away for another hour in a club. Okay, well, bitch, shit. Bitch, at that point, I would have been like, well, hell, we ain't gonna keep this one open, but we got an after spot that y'all can go to. You feel me? Bitch, who? Club owner to my son, I got $250K right here. I guess he was talking about his jury or whatever. Either way, dude, like, you ain't too big for $150K, boy. You ain't too big. Bitch, I would have snatched that motherfucking money. Bitch, feeling good and want to give away that money, I would have snatched it. Dude, you is not too good for that money. So, anywho, the girls go back to the house, and something happened, I guess, when the cameras were off, the downtime with the cameras. So Tinka and Summer ended up getting into it, right? So basically what happened was, I guess Summer was so motherfucking drunk and turned up and lit, she fucked around and said that she was gonna snatch Tinka's chain, or at least that's what Natalie said that Summer told her she was gonna do. So Natalie, being the messy bitch that she is, knowing damn well that even if Summer did say that shit, she was drunk as fuck. You know what I'm saying? To Summer's thing, you can't, Summer don't do shit but run her mouth 24/7. You can't hang on to every single word that she say, or every single thing she say. At some point, I would have tuned this bitch out. As soon as she started talking, I would turn on the auto-tuner for her ass. But Natalie's so fucking messy. So anywho, she goes back and tell Tinka that Summer said she was gonna take her chain. Now, I guess Tinka, they all just came from the club, so everybody drinking and everything. And Tinka, it don't help that Tinka is already just naturally fucking dramatic. So she takes off the chain, lay it on the floor, like, come take my chain. Doing all the theatrics and shit.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Summer sitting up there looking bewildered and lost, like, bitch, she's like, I'm drunker than my cousin or some shit she was saying. bitch drunker than a bitch. And she was just sitting up there looking lost, like, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Like, and so anyway, Tinka yelling at her saying, you said that you're gonna take my chain, bitch. Don't you try me. Tinkerbell going ham. And so anyway, the security guards want to jump in between and try to break it up because it was getting animated. Tinkerbell ninja karate kick, like she kicked her leg around the security guard and ended up actually hitting Summer. Like, that was crazy. I was like, damn, bitch, I ain't know her leg could stretch like that. That bitch flexible as hell. That motherfucker reached that leg up and kicked the karate kicked motherfucking Summer ass. So anywho, child, the next morning you have Natalie, Bad Dolly, and Summer sitting at the table. So Natalie basically telling Summer, like, look, you told me that you was gonna take Tinka's chain. And so Summer was like, no, I didn't say that. I said I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't do that. I want my own chain. And part of me just feel like, okay, Summer probably did say something along the lines of chain, but I think that they was all drinking. So it's a possibility that Natalie could have misheard what Summer said. She could have misheard it, okay? Or it's a possibility that Summer didn't say the shit at all. Who knows? Because Natalie was just too happy to be delivering that news. Like, she was just so entertained by this motherfucking drama. And Summer sitting up there letting Natalie play on her top. Like, she's straight up letting Natalie play on her top. She ain't got no sense. Okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all why in just a minute. So anyway, Natalie and Summer, they talking. Everybody talking. Bad Dolly just sitting there looking like, looking like she. So anyway, Tinka come walk around the corner while they talking, right? And she walked straight up on Summer while Summer sitting down. And see, this is the clip that y'all seen circulating the internet. Okay, this was in the cliffhanger. Where Tinka was going off on Summer and ended up slapping the shit out of her. I mean, she slapped that bitch so loud, it sounded like it echoed, okay? Like, she slapped that bitch so hard, she made my cheek hurt, okay? And in a way, slapping a bitch, especially pimp slapping a bitch, is even more insulting than punching a bitch. Like, it's one thing if a bitch punch me, but like to be slapped, have somebody slap the cow who shit out of me, that is disrespectful. So anyway, Tinka really not listening to what Summer's saying. Summer's saying that she didn't say that, and she really, like, you could tell, like, she didn't want to go back and forth. She didn't really want to fight Tinka. Bitch was like, I just got my wig reinstalled. Like, bitch just didn't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Probably still hungover, whoop to whoop. And Tinka wouldn't give her a chance to talk. So anyway, they start like squabbling a little bit. Well, it really wasn't no squabble because Tinkerbell just basically like yoked her ass up real quick and snatched her wig off. Again, that poor wig. That wig has been through it. Okay, that wig has been up and through there. So anyway, yeah, so Tinkerbell and her, they break it up, whatever, woo woo, and then they finally sit down and start talking. Now, this is the part where I was saying, like, Summer ain't got no sense, and she letting Natalie play on her top, okay? Because first of all, I would have straight up told Tinkerbell, like, bitch, I was drunk. I don't remember if I said that or not, but either way, Natalie, you fucking messy, because why would you go back and tell that girl I said that shit? Like, why would you do that? Like, bitch, like, why wouldn't you make sure that you heard what you heard before you go running back telling Tinka? Because I don't remember seeing that shit, okay? And I was drunk as fuck. So if I did say that, Tinka, I apologize. But at the end of the day, I was drunk as fuck. But, Summer ain't got no sense to, like, put two and two together, because in all actuality, Natalie stirred that shit up. And she could have nipped that shit in the bud the night before had she straightened Natalie. Because I'd have been like, bitch, I did not fucking say that. Don't you be fucking lying on me. I did not say that. And even if I did say I don't remember saying it, I just told her like that. But Summer kept going off of the point where Tika came up to her and said, oh, you say you're gonna snatch my chain? She kept going off that. Like, that was the beginning of the situation. Because she felt like Tika Bella was just picking with her. So she going off the point where Tika Bella confronted her. But, bitch, you not putting you still ain't putting A and B together. Because if Tika Bella coming to you like that, obviously somebody told her that you said that, okay? Natalie done sat up in your face and told you several times that she said that. For me, I would have an issue with Natalie. Because, bitch, you is being tenfold messy. You talking about you took it personal. Bitch, I didn't say that. Okay, part of me believe that it's a possibility that Natalie made that shit up. That Summer didn't say that. But like I said, Summer ain't got no sense. Either way, I feel like Natalie played on her top. But yeah. Child. Anyway, they talked a little bit about it, the situation, and Tinka Bella ultimately just was like, it ain't really worth nothing. She just wanted to stand on business. And like, I see that some people was like, Tinka Bella was being too extra, Tinka Bella is extra. When you think of extra, you think of the gum, and then you think of Tinka Bella. Okay? She is extra. Extra. Okay? So, with that being said, everything about the way that she responded it's normal, okay? And at the end of the day, I think it was more so her snapping more so came from the point like, a bitch ain't for to disrespect me, okay? I had to work hard to get to this point. I had to work hard to fight my way through last season, and a bitch is not for to come in here and say that they gonna snatch any motherfucking thing from me, much less my chain. So I get her stepping to Summer, okay? But at some point, it's like, okay, well, you could have looked at Summer and tell that this bitch ain't wrapped too tight. So, like, for real, like, I wouldn't even gave her, a normal person wouldn't have gave her that energy. But, Tinka Bella is extra, like I said. So she gave her that energy. Either way, child, they made up, got past it. Tinka Bella slid that bitch back that blonde wig and let that be that. All right, so in the next scene, you had Biggie, Tasiki, N.E.X.T, and DTB. Okay, so they all sitting outside having a conversation, and the girls are basically telling Biggie, like, you need to stand up for yourself, or you need to stand up, you need to stand up for honor, but most importantly, you should stand up for yourself and things like that. And then Biggie, Biggie starts trying to defend herself again about, her not wanting to fight, and, she don't care. She get kicked off the show. Y'all could kick her off the show and everything like that. And she starts getting really defensive. And so N.E.X.T like, nobody wants to kick you off the show, Biggie. And Tasiki tells her, look, I understand you not wanting to fight and getting involved in the drama, but basically, you need to stop running your mouth. If you don't want to have no fights and no drama, you should stop putting yourself in the middle of it. And with that being said, Tasiki did have a point. Like, Biggie do a lot of antagonizing, but when the Reaper come back to reap, her ass don't want to fight. She cop deuces. Oh, I'm not fighting. Oh, I'm not giving you clout. But yet, every time I turn around, you're always talking about somebody. You're always starting some shit. So you can't start nothing and expect for motherfuckers to just keep sparing you, okay? So anywho, the girls are having a conversation. They're getting kind of deep into their feelings because, Biggie, she tells them that, the only reason she's there is basically because she needs the money. She's still going through grieving, the loss of her boyfriend and things like that. And so while they're in the middle having a real sensitive conversation, Pretty P happens to walk out. So Pretty P and Jasmine Renee, they come out and join the girls, okay? And in the middle of a sentimental moment, you got Pretty P, old funny looking ass, trying to conflate her issue with Diamond, compare her issue to Diamond with what Biggie got going on. First of all, bitch, where the fuck you come from? Okay? You want to call out Diamond, you catch Diamond on her own time. Right now, the girls are having a moment, and this situation ain't about Diamond. So I don't know how and what and who why she decided to insert herself into that and try to call Diamond out again, talking about she gonna knock her mouth out or some shit she was saying. Diamond basically was like, bitch, you can get it any time. Because she was like, Pretty P told her, when your mouth heal up, we can run that fade. Da-da-da-da. But Diamond basically told her, like, bitch, we can get it any time. That motherfucker pulled that mouth guard from out of thin air, seemed like. I don't know if she had that motherfucker on her side, in her pocket. I don't know. But the bitch pulled that motherfucker out, put it in her mouth, said, bitch, we can fight anytime. But we do have a booking tonight, so we can hold out that fight until tomorrow, okay? Pretty P was like, yeah, we can fight tomorrow. We can fight tomorrow. But my whole thing is, Pretty P, I don't even know why she trying to reignite that bullshit, because at the end of the day, she called Diamond out, okay? She said Diamond was looking at her stupid. Bitch, you started all of that. So what is you coming out here trying to get some vindication for, as if somebody started with you? You started with her. And you started bringing your dumb ass outside to get some after you don't got beat up twice the day before. Why is you still out here starting shit? Okay? So anywho, like I said, Pretty P and Emma, those two are two bitches that I just really don't like at this point. So anyway, in the next scene, you got what's her face? Emma, Lord Fuaqua. Okay, you got Lord Fuaqua and Big Lex and Jaden. They all sitting there, they having a conversation. Okay, and Jaden is basically asking Big Lex and Lord Fuaqua what their issues are with the OGs. Okay, and like what their issues are, and if there's any way to, like, you know what I'm saying, to get over it or get past the issue or whatever. So Big Lex starts off by talking about like her beef with Ivory, and then she says she goes into why she confronted Jayla. She's still standing on the fact that she feels like Jayla is a bully or whatever. I've already shared my thoughts on this, but for those of you who didn't watch my last recaps, let me just say it again. Big Lex, when it comes to Ivory, okay, yes, you definitely was standing on business. You was definitely defending yourself. Ivory started with you. But when it comes to Jayla, it's like you're reaching a little bit, okay? Jayla is not a bully, okay? She had fought bitches bigger than her, smaller than her same size. It doesn't matter. I never seen her really, like, not fight a bitch because she was scared of them, or fight a bitch just because. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't give me bully, but she definitely gives me Regina George, okay? Jayla might be Regina George, but she's not no bully, okay? So, anywho, I don't agree with Big Lex on that whole Jayla situation. So, anywho, the conversation switched to Emma and Scotty. And so, as Emma's, telling Jaden, like, I'm upset because she ripped, I'm upset because she ripped my wig, you know what I'm saying? She didn't have to do all of that. And, basically that she sat back and watched Scotty on the previous seasons and Scotty was boring, okay? And that she would like Scotty to prove her wrong or some shit like that. So as she's talking, Scotty walks out. Okay, so then her and Scotty kind of get into it about what her issue is with Scotty. And on this one, I gotta agree, I'm on Scotty's side, because it's like, you watch a lot of shit from the TV screens, okay, but you're not actually there and you don't actually know what is going on. And yes, Scotty do play the background a lot when it comes to certain things. Like she don't really give a lot. Scotty is boring, but she has her small position that she plays. She has a element that she plays in the show too. Okay, Scotty has fans. Scotty doesn't just keep coming back because she's fucking Lenny. She's also a fan favorite as well. So it's so, for what it's worth, she may be boring to some people, but some people still like her. It is what it is. But for you to want to fight this woman and say that you're going to replace her because you feel that she's boring, that is some clout chasing ass shit.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Shut when you think about it.
That's some crying for attention ass shit. So Emma starts arguing back with Scotty, and she goes to saying things along the lines of, you're gonna have to prove it to me, prove me wrong, da 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 da. And then Scotty was like, what do I have to prove to you? Like, for real, what the fuck does she have to prove to you, bitch? Who the fuck are you? Bitch, she ain't gotta prove her a goddamn thing to nobody, much less you. Like, what the fuck? Ew. like throw up. So anyway, Emma says that she wants her fade with Scotty, and so she gets up, run up on Scotty, and that's when everything gets crazy, okay? Because the camera did a lot of shaking and shifting and all of that, and for all the fights and all the crazy shit that I don't see went down on Zeus, I have never seen the cameras do that much shaking. That's some shit that you'll see on Roar Star or on Twitter with all that shaking and shit. I hate when bitches be fighting the motherfucker who holding the camera shaking everything. That don't happen when it comes to Zeus, okay? So obviously they first concern was protect Scotty, because I have a feeling she didn't get the one up on this fight, okay? Now, we didn't get to see what happened. Hell, Jaden was there, and Jaden said that don't look like nobody won. So I can't say that Scotty took a loss, but she damn sure ain't took the upper hand, because bitch, why y'all ain't fix that motherfucking camera footage? Why y'all ain't put the footage out? I know y'all got footage of them fighting, okay? We only seen the little 30 seconds of, when they getting split apart or whatever, whoop de whoop. But I'm kind of disappointed too, because I really was hoping that if Scotty would have stumped Emma ass out, that would have been a one and done. Bitches would leave Scotty alone the minute she stump a bitch out, okay? So, yes. Child, moving on. So, hey, child. In this last scene right here, you have Akbar V, Jayla, Rolly, and Big Ivory. Okay, so, Rolly look good too. Rolly look. I don't care what y'all say. Rolly is eating them bitches up this season. Girl is looking so put together. Her hair and everything be fixed. Like, ooh, I'm so proud of her. Like, I'm just so proud. Like, just to see the glow up before my very eyes is so, like, inspiring. Okay, but anywho, so you got them four. They sitting up there. They're talking about Jayla's situation with Big Lex. Okay, so Jayla basically was like, she don't have a problem with Big Lex. Okay, but Big Lex wants to fight. She can fight if that's what she want to do. Basically, is what Jayla said. She didn't say those exact words. She actually said like 103 more words, but that's the gist of what she said. Okay, so then Akbar was like, well, let me go get the basketball girl to bring her in here so we can address the issue. And don't get me wrong, I caught that shade when she called her the basketball girl. I don't know what's up with Akbar V, why she thinks she's just so above these bitches, because you got a little bit of notoriety for being a loudmouth bitch on the internet or whatever, and we see you on Love and Hip Hop, but girl, you was not famous like that. You acting like you Beyonce and these bitches is the peasants. Okay? You acting like you Beyonce and these bitches is that third girl that was in Destiny Child that we don't forgot her fucking name. Was it Pharaoh? You acting like everybody else is Pharaoh and you Beyonce. Bitch, shut up. So anywho, she goes and get Big Lex, bring Big Lex out. Okay, so this is where the confrontation starts. Big Lex basically stands on her business, stand on what she was saying as far as like, Jayla being a bully, But I think that even if Big Lex like really don't feel that way, you know what I'm saying? Like if she really don't want to harp on the issue, I just feel like at this point they have to fight it out. Like shit don't got carried away to the point where they have to fight it out to get past the issue, right? So anywho, Jayla and Big Lex go up, and it was just like 30 seconds of silence. It was like you could literally hear the wind as them bitches was punching air, okay? I don't think they actually hit each other. I know that once the security got involved, Jayla did get a lick in, but it was more so like they were both... It didn't seem like neither one of them can whoop each other, but I don't know, because Big Lex really gives. She, like, that bitch really gives, okay? But, I don't know. That fight right there shouldn't even happen. It was not even needed or necessary if that's all they was gonna do, swing at air. But anyway, they break Big Lex and Jayla up, and then they start back arguing. And so when they start back arguing, Ivory just comes out of nowhere and like sneaks the shit out of Big Lex. But it looks like Big Lex kind of went into her shit. It looked like Big Lex ended up whooping Ivory ass that round, but that particular fight is going to go into next week's episode. Okay, so we would definitely see what is going down Sunday and who actually won that fight. It looks like on next episode we're gonna see not Tinka but Tasiki get activated, bitch. I've been waiting on that bitch to get activated. Yeah, we're gonna see her get down next week. I don't know, because it looked like Bad Dolly was once again trying to bully Anna. You see her push Anna, and then Tasiki came out of nowhere like Superman. Bitch, whoo, whoo, whoo. Yeah, straight like that. And I think Bad Dolly threw a drink in Tasiki face, and next thing you know, Tasiki was bop, 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 bop. Shit, I seen some clips online where they had sold down a fight, and you could see what Tasiki punched that bitch in her face. She hit her one time so hard in her face, that bitch head went back like, phew. Her head went back like that bitch was about to roll off her shoulders. I kid you not. I don't know, man, but I'm really excited to see this episode this Sunday. And I know they gonna say that Tasiki fight for the end of the episode. I know they gonna do it. Because they ain't shit. Zeus ain't shit. They gonna say that fight until the end of the fucking episode to keep us with our motherfucking hands claps waiting on it, okay? That's what they gonna do. But anyways, y'all, this episode was pretty much, it was okay. I'll give this episode out of 1 through 10. I'll give this episode a 6. Okay, a 6. Because for one, I didn't like how they did the cameras when it came to the Scotty and Emma fight. I would have loved to see Scotty beat Emma's ass. Like, I really want to see her get beat up. I'm so sick of Emma. And not only that, I want to see Pretty P get beat up. I really do. I don't like neither one of these chicks at all. Like, I think in real life we would not like each other. Summer is she's still one of my favorites. I did originally like Big Lex, but I don't know. I'm kind of teetering with her a little bit. And not because I like Jayla like that. It's just one of the, like I said, the thing that really impressed me with Big Lex is that she seemed to have she ride on her own wave. You feel me? And that's the reason why Ivory came for her. Ivory came for Big Lex because Big Lex was back there minding her business, and she thought she could pick she thought she found a weak one. And when, Big Lex stood on business when it came to Ivory, it just made me proud of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to see a bully get away with being a bully. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy that, Big Lex got in the paint with her and stood with her. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now it's like she on that same type of clout chasing time that Pretty P and Emma's on. Like, I get it. You called out Jela. You feel like she was being a bully, but bitch, you standing up for Gretchen of all people. I mean, it's a lot of bitches that was bullies, so-called, you could call a bully that was on the seasons. I mean, goddamn, you ain't called, Rolly was being called a bully for 2 seasons straight, but you ain't say shit to Rolly. I'm just saying, like, y'all say Jayla be picking and choosing, but Big Lex definitely be picking and choosing, because she could have named a whole lot of people when it came to calling out bullies and shit. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not okay with that little beef that she got with Jayla. I think they better as being cool with each other versus going back and forth. But that's neither here nor there. So that's it for today's recap, folks. Hope you liked it. If you guys are new here, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also everybody hit the notification bell so you guys know when I drop a new video. With that being said, I love you folks. Deuces!